the show. Who doesn't love a good movie night? Hitting up the theater is obviously great, and snuggling up on the couch is ultra cozy. But when the weather is fine, I like to take my movie night outside. Now, no matter the setting, movie nights need a few snacks, am I right? Yes, definitely. We need some snacks. Anytime I go to the movies, sometimes I just would go to the movies just for the snacks. In fact, my best bud and I, Kyle, used to go to the movies all the time. That was like our high school hangout thing. We would see literally any movie playing, even one that like got just absolutely panned by the critics, just so we could sit and eat popcorn and drink delicious drinks. So today, I wanted to show you how to make a couple of my favorite kind of movie theater vibe snacks, but at home. The first thing we're gonna start off with is a delicious frosty drink. We are making like an orange cream float. Then after that, I'm gonna show you how to do some popcorn mashups. But when I say orange cream float, does everyone kind of know what I'm talking about? It's like a place that makes orange juice, something? Anyway, you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. It's delicious. Basically, it's creamy, it's wonderful, it's a little vanilla-y, and it's orange juicy. So it kind of feels healthy, but when you see what goes into it, maybe not, but it's definitely a treat. So I'm gonna start off with a blender. This is a nice blitzed drink, nice and frothy and wonderful. So the first thing I need is some orange juice concentrate. Now, you could use regular old orange juice here, but it would be a little bit watery. So we actually want to use the concentrate because we're going to add ice in later and some dairy just to give it more body. So I've got some right here. I'm going to add just about 3/4 of a cup. So that's not a whole thing of orange juice concentrate. Also, speaking of movie nights and like birthday party vibes, when I was a little kid, I used to go to my friend Rebecca's house for sleepovers for her birthday, and we would get orange juice and lemonade concentrate, and we'd eat it and then never sleep. So don't let your kids do that, because you're in for a treat the next day. So about 3/4 of a cup of that goes straight into my blender. And that's gonna bring you tons of that orange flavor. Orange juice concentrate, after all, is just orange juice with some of the water removed, so it's still good, we are good to go. Now into there, I'm gonna add in some milk. I need about 1.5 cups of plain old milk. Nailed it. I'm using dairy milk, but if you wanted to, you could use oat milk, you could use almond milk, and keep this kind of more vegan or plant-based, but I'm going in with regular old milk. So about 1.5 cups of that goes right on in. And then into there as well, I'm gonna add in something kind of sweet to kind of counteract the like sour nature of that orange juice. And that is my good friend, sweetened condensed milk. I love sweetened condensed milk. Listen, everyone in the East Coast knows exactly what I'm talking about. This goes in like every East Coast dessert. You know those bars that have like the 7-layer bars and you just dump one of these on top? Oh my gosh, what a delight. I'm only going in with about 1/4 cup of this though. That brings some creaminess, almost a little like caramelly, white chocolatey flavor into this mix. If you did want to keep this plant-based and not use condensed milk, you could use powdered sugar. I'd use about 3 tablespoons of that because it is a bit sweeter than that condensed milk. Now for that vanilla kind of cream flavor, I'm going in with 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. This is the area if you want to save fancy like pure vanilla extract for fancy baking. This is where you use the like imitation stuff. Even if you get the imitation stuff that's somehow clear, that tastes like cake mix. That is delicious in this drink. Now into there, I'm also gonna add in some ice. So I need about 4 cups of ice cubes. That's gonna be that water that breaks down that orange juice concentrate and gives you that delicious, you know, frothy, movie, but also like at the mall walking around drink. Awesome. So add that ice right on in. And then we're gonna blitz this baby up. So pop your lid on your blender. You can do this in a smoothie blender as well, just smaller portions, and give it an old blitz. It works. Nailed it, there you go. Yes, do you see that color? It's like creamy and orange. It almost tastes like a orange cream-filled popsicle situation, like a creamsicle, but in a drink form. So it's very, very tasty. All right, that looks absolutely perfect. Just blitz it until it is nice and smooth and creamy. The sweetened condensed milk helps make things extra creamy and delish. And then all you need to do is pour that into glasses. Now this makes enough for 4 servings. Is it ringing any bells now? You know what I'm talking about? All right, add that on into your glasses. And then if you really want to make this into a treat, kind of put this into dessert territory, I'm gonna use a little bit of some vanilla ice cream. You could also do vanilla frozen yogurt on top. Just grab a good spoon of that pop it right on top, and you've almost got like a float vibe now. As you can tell, when I go to the movies, I go hard. So we're living that life. Now I'm also gonna pop, just for extra fiber, a little orange wheel on the side, just for some garnish. And then you just pop a straw in there and you are absolutely laughing off to the races. Okay, I'm gonna give this a taste because I can't resist. Y'all, this is too good. Oh my gosh. You gotta make this ASAP because you're welcome. Okay, I'm gonna put that down. But now we're gonna move on into the world of popcorn. And popcorn, a lot of times people like to ask me, like, what's the one food you can't live without? And unfortunately, my answer is saltines and popcorn. I love popcorn, it's so good. Movie theater popcorn, those really like yellow kernels are so, so good. But I'm gonna show you how to make some popcorn mashups at home that take your popcorn game to the next level. Now I'm using just plain microwave popcorn here, but if you wanted to, you could do this with air pop or stovetop popcorn. But I'm gonna start off with my sweet variety. So I'm gonna do that over here on this pan. So I'm gonna grab one of these bags of popcorn and just pour it out onto a parchment-lined sheet pan. This is super simple. The hardest part of this recipe is popping the popcorn in the microwave and not burning it, because I still have yet to figure out what that looks like. Now, spread that out into a nice even layer. So this is gonna be like my salty, sweet version. Oftentimes when I go to the movies, I like to get my popcorn and then get like candy-coated chocolate, sprinkle it in there, and then eat that, because I love that salty, sweet play. But for at home, I wanted to put it right on that popcorn so I don't have to go hunting for it. So I've got some melted milk chocolate here that I just melted in the microwave right after I popped that popcorn. And what I'm gonna do is just drizzle this all over this popcorn. Now, right now, this as is, what an absolute delight. If you wanted to, if you really like that salty, sweet vibe, you could do a little bit of crunchy sea salt all over the top. But for me, when I go to the movies, I really like that kind of combination of eating popcorn with some delicious candy. So to give a mimic of a kind of peanut butter cup vibe, I've also got some chopped roasted peanuts here that we're gonna scatter on while that chocolate is still wet. While it's still melted, then that is gonna harden up. Just set it aside. If you wanted to eat it now, you'll get messy, but it'll be totally delicious. But you just set it aside just to cool, and you end up with something that looks like this. You're gonna get big clusters of that popcorn, looking absolutely delicious. Then you just get your popcorn bowl or bag, scoop it on in, break up all those clusters, and you have got movie night for the ages for those sweet and salty fans. I'm very excited about that one. I'm gonna give it a taste. But just in case you're someone who really likes, I don't know, extra savory stuff. See, I can't resist popcorn. I'm gonna show you how to make my like fancy popcorn for when your fancy friends are coming over. Maybe you're watching a documentary. This is the popcorn you make. So again, we're starting off with a bag of classic popped popcorn. Pop that into a bowl. And then we're gonna make this into cacio e pepe popcorn. So it's gonna be a little Italian, cheesy, peppery, and totally delish. So the first I'm gonna add on is a few tablespoons of some melted butter. If you really wanna go Italian, you could also use olive oil, or even one of those olive oil spritzers would work really well. Just give that a drizzle over. Do my favorite thing in the world, which is this. That's my skills, fantastic. Now onto there, I'm gonna add on some cheese. So I'm using a combination of Parmigiano Reggiano and Pecorino Romano. So a few tablespoons of that scattered right over that popcorn. That's gonna give you that cheesy deliciousness. If you wanted to, you could switch out this cheese, do a little bit of cheddar, that would be amazing. Maybe some garlic salt on there as well would be totally delish for a little cheddar garlic vibe. Little bit of salt on there as well. Popcorn loves salt. You could even do like an herb one, add in some chopped rosemary, a little bit of chopped chive, that would be delish. But then finally, because we are doing cacio e pepe, we have the cacio, the cheese, we need a good amount of pepper. So a good amount of pepper cracked all over that popcorn. And this is a total treat. You are looking at popcorn, movie night for the ages. You've got that cheese, it's like a cheese board and popcorn and pasta all in one. And you are gonna please everybody with this little feast. So I'm gonna dig in, give us a taste. Y'all, Dave, would you like a piece? Dave is gonna have some. Okay, yeah. Because you have to share with your friends when you're making popcorn. This is totally delicious. Movie night for the ages. This delicious drink, these popcorns, you're off to the... Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.